hot damn, we are back for episode motherfucking 2.
What it do, baby?
God damn. All right. Fucking Tuesday while we're recording this. When we release it, I don't know. After we figure out editing and shit.
Yeah, that takes a little bit, but here, we'll start it off light. Halloween, would you rather? Halloween, would you rather?
Another one. Let's do it.
Would you rather get pegged by a werewolf with a small dick or fisted by a ghost of an NBA player?
I feel like this is a trick question because why wouldn't you pick the ghost? You wouldn't feel anything.
No, but you can feel it because ghosts can touch you.
Oh, so we're going into the realm of science fiction of like, no, ghosts, you know, they can become solid all of a sudden. And
bitch, if ghosts can do that, a ghost can fucking touch you.
That's a poltergeist, not a ghost. Don't fucking start questioning me on the spiritual. Ghost. I mean, like, it's a nonsensical question. It's a ghost. You can't feel it.
You're your own ghost. But I'm saying if you could feel the motherfucker. Well, thinking of that, if you can't feel it, you ever wonder if you've ever been in a haunted house and had a ghost suck your dick?
Or like act like they are because you can't see or feel
it.
Yeah. Like the fucking ghost on was it Scary Movie? Fucking bitch up the wall. That was such a great moment. It was like really cool.
Like, you got to think, like, they haven't had a piece of ass in so fucking long, and like they're like, hey, there's a dick. Like, maybe that's where morning wood comes in. Like, the witching hour is what, 3 a.m. or whatever, and you always get the morning wood after that 3 a.m. That could be where your morning wood's coming from.
Just fucking pent up spirits come around overnight.
Oh yeah, man, I miss Ghost Road. I think I'm gonna have to make a trip over there.
Oh my god, Ghost dude! I mean, we're coming down for Thanksgiving, so.
Okay, yeah, we might have to fucking
Ghost Road.
Take a weekend and run over there or something,
bro. Dude, I fucking totaled my car over there.
I don't remember that. Which car?
You weren't there. My little white hatchback. You remember that? It had like the loudest stereo system I ever had in that fucking thing. Little monster.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. I mean, like, I was able to drive away, but like they couldn't repair it so they had to total it. But like me and a bunch of people, and then a fucking truck with a bunch of people were following me. And you know how usually you have to drive down, turn around, and come back to it? Well, I was just like, no, I kind of figured out where it was, you know, and I have to do the whole, you can't see it, you know, because it's a sharp turnaround versus you have to go down to the cul-de-sac and turn around.
Oh,
so yeah. What I did is I got up to that point where I knew where it was, and then I slowed down to turn, and that bitch wasn't paying attention. She fucking slammed into me.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I know I've fucked up a many vehicles on that goddamn road. It fucked so much paint damage from all y'all motherfuckers sitting on the roof and fucking hood and shit of my trucks. God damn.
Dude, you fucking I was hanging off the back of your Dodge, remember that one time? And then you fucking took off when I wasn't paying attention, and I fell off, and I fucking tumbled down that goddamn road, man. That shit fucking hurt, man.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of fucking tumbling out, I don't know. You may have heard the story. You may not have. Here, I'll say who was with me the night. Robbie was with me the night. We were out partying. Mm-hmm. Remember the slammed Chevy I had? The OBS? Yeah. Real fast,
Corvette,
loud.
It had the Corvette engine in it.
So that truck, we may have been how we were at that time, and I'm hauling ass down. I think we were coming from Barry's or something, and or maybe we're going to Barry's, and someone was in the bed of the truck, and I don't remember, but I hit that damn that railroad track, I think at Ford Road or something. And whenever I came over, someone that was in the bed of that truck,
Yeah, because
fucking,
I remember going to Barry's house. Like it was you had to go over railroad
mhm,
tracks, but it was bad. Like you had to go slow because if you didn't, like the fucking you would bounce on whatever vehicle
mhm.
you're in because it was a really bad fucking go over.
Oh yeah, yeah, fucking. But yeah, someone was passed out on the bed of the truck, and they boom.
They weren't there no more.
I don't think me and Robbie even stopped. I think we kept going.
Did you know who it was?
I don't remember. Maybe, maybe not. Fuck, that's been way too long.
Who knows? Mm-mm.
What you got this week
I mean, fuck, it's only
besides
Tuesday.
blowing a tranny?
Yeah, right. Oh my god, dude. It's just so fucking. Oh man, and the fucking quote is well, because there was one other thing I had them look at for me because I have on the dashboard there's a fucking airbag light, and the shop
Mhm.
I go to, that does my oil changes or whatever like that, I had them look at it for me, but they're saying, hey, we can't do anything about that. That's like a dealership thing, we tried to reset it, but it just comes right back, right? So I was like, all right, cool, but it's kind of one of those things of like, look, it's not really affecting anything. It's just annoying. I ain't got time to go to the fucking dealership, right? So, um, when I took it to the dealership and I was like, hey, obviously I'm here for the transmission recall and I'm also having other transmission issues. Um, I also have this fucking airbag light. Can you look at it, please? I know whatever maintenance will probably come. I'll have to probably pay that out of pocket. I'm fine with that. I just wanted to address while it's here. Uh, Thinking that the transmission recall, which did have symptoms of what I was experiencing, would essentially cover any and everything that was going on with my transmission. To have them call me and be like, "Well, you need a whole new assembly." I was just like, okay, so, and they're like, in a quoted work here with everything to include the airbag light and the transmission is $11,200 something dollars. I was like, excuse the fuck out of me, like what?
Yeah, that
I,
sucks.
and I was like, what about the recall? And they're like, well, the damage and everything or what's going on with it has nothing to do with the recall. I'm just like, and you just think delivering that kind of information is just like people have just 12 grand laying around, like
Oh
like
yeah.
so. But I have a third party extended warranty, and he hadn't called them yet. He was just kind of calling and giving me an update because all the diagnosis was done. I was like, all right, well, have you called? I was like, is this including the fact that like you've already called my extended warranty company? He was like, no, we haven't called them yet. I was just wanting to kind of call and let you know, like, hey, we figured out everything, right? I was like, okay, well, can you call them? I mean, obviously got all this shit for a reason, I'm already kind of skeptical about it. It kind of pisses me off because I have this extended warranty fucking company here, and I had a fuel pump go out on me, and they didn't cover that. And so that was $1,400 out of my pocket. Then I'm just like, what? Why the fuck did I buy this bumper to bumper fucking extended warranty when I bought this truck if it didn't cover shit?
Oh
And
yeah.
then, so I don't know. I'm fucking like shot in the goddamn dick right now.
Well, you got to think, a fuel pump is one of those things that they go out. It's a non-mechanical device, so that might have been why they didn't cover that. But
I'm hoping
um,
that at something because I sent you the screenshot, right? Like I went to my third party warranties website, right?
oh yeah, 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 I
And
did see
and I
that.
went directly to the plan that I bought and went to the where it says automatic transmission, right? It says all factory mechanical parts. I have no transmission upgrades, nothing like that. It's all stock factory stuff. And except for exclusions. And you go to the exclusions part, and the only thing on the exclusion says any seals or gaskets if you're filing a claim uh, after your vehicle hits 150,000 miles plus. And I haven't gotten there yet. I'm like
Mhm.
136,000 miles. And then anything after that exclusion part specifically talks about a manual transmission, which I do not have. So
Yeah.
that to me, just on the outside looking in, says that you should be covering pretty much everything to include a whole new transmission. Because if you don't, I want my fucking money back for this goddamn extended warranty.
Oh yeah. Well, we're about to find out if that extended warranty bullshit is a scam. You
Dude,
know?
like, cause seriously, like I at a certain point, I'm like, what the point is being sold the idea of a bumper to bumper extended extended warranty, which said unlimited miles for 48 months, by the way. So it doesn't matter how many miles I drive on it.
Oh yeah.
Um, you know, and it says it'll cover pretty, basically everything. I think the one thing that it excluded because it wasn't like the top tier plan for, I don't know why, but they could only quote me the third tier plan, which is still really good, was if the turbo went out on the diesel. That was the only
Yeah.
thing. But other than that, everything, per what I'm looking at, it should be covered. So I'm just like, fuck, dude, I better. Oh, and but if I get a brand new transmission, it's gonna from Ford, it's gonna have a 3-year factory warranty on it. So I'll be driving that bitch to my grave at that point.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's the shitty thing about, these Allisons. Luckily on my truck, having the 1 ton, I've got the stupid ass fucking 10 speed and I'm nervous that some bitch will
mine's a
go out
10 speed
because
too, because mine's a 10 speed 1 ton. So
okay, yeah, yeah. Man, those fucking 10 speeds suck. They're horrible. But that's kind of one of the big reasons why I haven't really tried to push a lot of power in that damn truck yet like I usually do. And hell, I'm in the city so much that I can't really put a lift on this truck like I'm used to and all that bullshit. But I'm like, fuck, what can I do to the fucking truck and not kill it already? But
yeah, I know, man. But we'll find out because, like, I mean, here pretty soon, if I, absolute fucking worst comes to worst, I will be able to pay that out, but it's just gonna fucking drain me. But I hope to God it doesn't come to that.
well, you want to know the crazy thing? To delete to a T and D on my truck, it's right around 10 grand to have someone do 12 to 15 grand. Just do a T and
Jeez.
D. Yeah. But Chevy's got that ECM lock or whatever bullshit, all that firewall and all that on there. So
You'll
that
be
I think
driving a
that's the
giant
only
computer.
yeah, I know. That's the main shitty thing about the Chevys, but that Duramax can just put so much fucking horsepower out, it's ridiculous. So um I like the high output motor and hell everything about the truck I love, but God, man, it's so expensive to do anything to it. You know what I mean? Hell, whenever I
Yeah.
changed out the whole fuel system on mine, whenever I dropped the tank and put the new, fuel pumps and all that stuff in it, and I was like, God, man, everything is so expensive.
Yeah.
Which no free ads, but hell, I've thought about, well, I'm not going to say they're not. I'll tell you offline, but if you end up wanting to do anything on your truck, um, last thing he wants is EPA rolling up his dick, but I got a guy that can do it. But, for a lot of the other trucks for T&Ds and all that, hell, I've always done it myself. And, the same for, family and shit. Like we do a lot of it ourselves.
I
But
mean, I do want to do a few things. I don't want to do anything crazy just because, like, this is my everyday driver, and you know how I'm consistently driving all over the goddamn state of Texas and into Oklahoma every now and then. But just and that's why I don't want to do too many any crazy modifications. The only things I want to do uh would be anything that would increase my overall like MPGs. That'd be it.
T&D, that's a T&D all the way.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put in a. I want to put. I want to make my gas tank. My diesel tank bigger.
Yeah. You don't
Just
want to
because
just do a slip
again,
tank?
I thought about putting. So I found one online that I can put in the bed of my truck that won't um mess with my soft cover. Like it won't pop
Mhm,
up above the
mhm.
line because I know a lot of them like they stand a little bit taller, right?
Not
Um,
necessarily. It depends on what you get. You could probably get a 35 gallon in the bed of yours, and it'd
no,
be
but I found some specifically that will sit below the line.
mhm,
It's just
yeah.
most of the ones that I've seen on the road, they've all sat higher. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's why for the longest time I was like, I don't want one of those because I don't want to have to take off my cover. And I
Yeah,
found that one that I sent you that will like just replace the one underneath.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But then I found one that will go in the bed of my truck. And instead of switching out my 30 gallon underneath to a 55, it will it'll basically I think I can't remember. I'll fucking bring it up because it's in my fucking Amazon cart. uh
Fucking
but
Amazon. No free
dude,
ads.
man, I don't give a damn, dude. Like, because
Speaking of Amazon, so I had some things made for mine and your truck. I ordered them out of Dallas actually. So there's some stickers that can go on our windows, and
uh-huh,
it's got the show logo and has
uh-huh,
one of those little square thingies that people can scan, and it'll go straight to our Spotify or Apple Music or whatever. And man, them fuckers were supposed to deliver that shit 2 days ago. I get a notification that says it was returned to shipper because my address is fucking wrong. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I
so
just ordered all this bullshit here. I order shit here every fucking day because I'm
yeah,
a fucking dumbass whenever it comes to Amazon and I have no self control. And,
yeah,
yeah, like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? But the cool thing is, one of the fucking, I can't wait till it gets here. But you know that fucking picture of me on the bar where I've got my shirt off and fucking I'm taking that shot of that audios motherfucker. I'm
yeah,
getting that. It's cut out like a sticker, so it's just me and with the shot glass and all that.
uh-huh.
And I got that. They're making that one real big, and I'm gonna put that against on one of my back windows, which will be fucking funny as shit.
So
It,
I
it,
just sent the link to you in text. This is a 58 gallon auxiliary tank. So it'll fucking give me 88 gallons overall for the truck.
oh yeah, and that one's not too tall.
No, it'll fit perfectly in the back and my cover will go over it.
Damn, how much?
$330.
That ain't bad. Hell, I might want to put
Yeah.
one of those in my truck.
Yeah, and that's you'll still have to get the the gravity kit, to make sure that it'll flow.
Oh, you're
But
gonna do a
that
gravity kit? I'd go an electric kit.
well, not the just gravity, but the auxiliary
The donkey
uh
dick. Yeah.
yeah. So but because you'll have to buy that separate, but that when I saw this tank, I was like, damn, dude, 88 gallons on that bitch, man. Be fucking getting like was it fucking get like 1,600 miles to the tank.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm surprised I haven't put one in this truck. But the problem is if I throw the four wheelers and shit in the bed of the truck and shit like that, and man, all the time going fishing and shit, like I throw shit all in the back of that truck and fuck, I ain't got room for fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like I went with a shorter bed on this truck, not like my old, F-350 and all that shit, or my did my Dodge have a short bed or not? I don't remember. I know
I don't
my
remember.
I know my fast truck that has a short bed.
Yeah.
My Slam Dodge that's got a short bed, but
Yeah. And plus with this, I'll still be able to run a fifth wheel if I need to. So,
oh yeah, well yeah, you
cause
should be able to with most of them.
yeah.
Well, since we're talking about fucking gallons and shit, I got another. Would you rather?
Uh-oh.
Let's do it early. Would you rather drink a gallon of period blood or pour a gallon of jizz over your face?
So basically,
You're fucked either way.
yeah. So you're basically saying that it's between ingesting fucking like just crude oil of blood coming out of God knows what of a woman or giving myself
Straight iron,
bukkake.
iron blood.
You know, if it was like if it wasn't that specific type of blood, I might go with that. You know what I mean?
So you're gonna pour
like
the jizz on your face.
like if you would just say just drink blood, I would probably go with that as just a flat line. But
Yeah.
but that adding that little notion to it just really makes it so much worse.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So
All
you're
right, I
going
got
with
one.
pouring the gallon of jizz, huh?
Yeah, I got one for you. Yeah. Would you rather stick a chopstick up your urethra or a broom handle up your ass?
Chopstick.
Really? You're gonna
Easy.
stick a chopstick up your dick hole?
I got a big urethra.
That ain't that damn big.
It's big enough to fuck. Shit.
You've seen those chopsticks? I didn't say
I,
toothpick for a reason.
can I lube it up first? You didn't
No.
specify, so I can. Yes, you didn't specify.
Oh, so you're
I'm
gonna, but you're gonna be, but not lubing up a fucking broomstick handle though, right?
yeah, both of them get fucking goddamn, man. Think of the splinters in your asshole. Fuck.
Or your urethra.
We eat so much goddamn fun shit here at the house. I got them fucking nice, smooth,
you got real ones.
yeah. Them good ass. I'm fucking definitely fucking plugging that bitch.
All right, let's get into a few things here. So, my first thing that I want to talk about is that real infamous streamer that goes by Destiny, right? Now
Yeah.
it's a little controversial to say that because my wife's name is Destiny. So, but so here's the thing though. This fucking guy, right? I remember when I first saw him. Do you know who he is? Like, have you heard of seen his debates or seen his commentary or anything?
Is it the like behemoth motherfucker, like huge fucking?
He's no. He's a skinny kid.
Okay,
Well,
then
I say kid. I say kid, but he's older. He's like a year older than me.
Okay, then I
So
don't know who it is.
hang on. Let me bring up.
I don't know why I was thinking of that motherfucker that was like, I can fuck any guy I want.
No, this dude is swings both ways, but no.
Oh fuck.
This guy. Okay, so this guy right here.
He looks like fucking Charles Manson. God damn.
He's about just as fucking crazy. But no, so this guy right here, he's a political commentator. He started off as a Twitch streamer, like a video game streamer and stuff like that, like a lot of these guys do, but he's really made himself really known in all of like social media and out there. He goes on like Pierce Morgan Uncensored and a bunch of these things whatnot to really give his political commentary, right?
Okay.
But yeah, so he goes by the name of Destiny. His name is Stephen Bonnell. That's his legal name, but he's known as Destiny, the streamer. Okay. So this guy right here, I remember when I first saw him on the Fresh and Fit podcast, right? That's when I first got wind of him. He's very left, but at first when I first saw him, he actually had he was one of those leftist guys that I enjoyed watching to see that other side debate, right? He is very smart. He is very he's very fluent. Like when he talks, you could tell he's very knowledgeable. He has a very, very hard conviction of what he talks about.
So he's a real good public speaker and all that. He's
absolutely.
Okay.
But ever since ever since Trump came onto the scene is when TDS really started setting in, and this is what and he is became probably one of the worst people that you will ever want to watch now or listen to. Because, like I said, for a while there, even though I don't agree with anything he says or does now, I used to see a lot of what he says as like, hey, I understand what he's trying to say. I understand what he's trying to communicate. And I love, because like, I don't like living in an echo chamber just like you don't, right? We like seeing everything, seeing what, and then making our own decision. He was one of the ones I used to like to see from the other side, because I was like, he's just a very knowledgeable speaker. He's not like that fucking cuck Harry Sisson that is just stupid, right? This guy is actually very smart, but where he started to turn was right around, well, I mean, he was turning a lot before that, but where he started to really lose the public was around Butler, Pennsylvania, whenever Trump almost got, well, he did get shot, but when he almost got taken out, right?
Yeah.
Because the firefighter, Corey, I believe is his first name, but I can't remember his last name. When he got accidentally shot and killed protecting his family, Destiny said that he deserved it for being at a Trump rally, saying that he had no sympathy. He said he had no sympathy and felt no, and I'll look it up right now on X, because he said he has no sympathy for anyone who died there, and they basically brought it upon themselves by being at a Nazi fascist, all those buzzwords and all that bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So that's where he started to really fucking like, what the fuck, right? And no matter, he's that person that no matter what you do in that aspect, he takes zero accountability. He has no empathy. He has no sense of moral value left in him to ever admit that he's wrong. No matter what
no
you
moral
do.
compass whatsoever.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
well,
not.
If you really think about it, so these guys can sound so fucking educated and so smart because of how they spin the narrative. But if you really look at it, the amount that they're calling other individuals as Nazis and fascists that are, the conservative movement or Republican Party or whatever, if you really look at their narrative and their tactics, they're utilizing Nazi tactics. They are using that political control, that spinning shit, all that. And I just don't understand how they can call people Nazis and fascists whenever the exact same tactics that they're utilizing are what they're doing. They're really pushing the censorship. They're really pushing all that. So that's why it really frustrates me whenever I hear these guys come out and they're saying, oh, you're a Nazi, you're a fascist, you're this, you're that. It's like, motherfucker, do a history lesson. Like, you sound so fucking smart. Like, use your big fucking brain for the right reasons and actually take truthful information and knowledge and use it to progress your agenda. Don't use manipulation techniques to ultimately try to get your way. I think it's a cop-out. You know what I mean? I really do.
100%. All right. So I think this is the video. Let me know if you can hear it.
I can hear.
No, the video.
I know. I heard it a second, or I heard when you were playing in the background a second ago.
So they get their brains blown out at a rally. Would you have the same attitude? They are democracy-hating insurrectionists, after all. One, you permaban for asking a stupid question, because the obvious answer two is, listen, they're adults. They make their own fucking decisions. If you want to support an insurrectionist president, then whatever comes of that that's your consequences. Again, it's not a fucking joke. My mom is an immigrant to the United States of America. She was 5 years old. Her parents worked really hard to get her here. She served for 20 years in the Air Force, along with my dad. They know exactly what they're doing. They should know exactly what they're supporting. It was my mom that, ranted at me for over a decade about how evil the USSR and Putin and all the Chi-coms and all that shit. So whatever, if they go to a rally and they whatever the fuck, it's less end of life cost for me to deal with. It's on them. That's their decision. You think I'm gonna fucking lose sleep over that? No. We all have our own paths to walk in life. We all have our own decisions to.
Yeah, it's that sheep mentality, man. Whenever they're so tribal, it's ridiculous. He's showing how he really shows the lack of empathy. The fact that he's going to say that about his own parents and individuals that are close to him, you can't really, and I wish people that are following him and that watch him and that, kind of believe in what he's saying, I really wish that they would look at it in the sense of, look, if this son of a bitch is going to say this kind of thing about certain individuals, like, should I really be listening to him? Because he's too far down that tribe. He's too far into that ideology where he's not using proper thinking methods. You know what I mean? He's really brainwashed.
Yeah, this guy, he's gone to insane levels of depravity and just demonic and evil thinking. Like there's no other way to really classify a certain level of how people understand and think, right? Other than demonic and pure evil when you get to a certain point. Because I don't understand how anyone with such a lack of morality and just straight empathy, like you can absolutely hate Donald Trump. You could hate conservatives or like the conservative agenda. Or you can hate just you could be that hard as like I just don't like it. I'm a left person, whatever like that. But you can still be like, I pray for that. Like, you know, my sympathies to the family. That was horrible. We shouldn't have people violent. We need to solve these problems at the box office.
Yeah.
No, the box office, the voter polls.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
know
I mean?
what
Like,
you mean. You know, but hell, that's our First Amendment, and my same feelings for the Charlie Kirk thing. Like all these individuals that went on social media and were praising the death, like you have the right to do that. Like I don't think whether people shame them or not, I think it's fucked up. But listen, canceling guys and gals over the bullshit that they're saying, they have the right to do it, and you can spew as much fucking bullshit as you want.
Canceling is one thing. I don't give a shit about, like, you know, I mean, canceling is kind of at that point of it's like, you know, you kind of bring that upon yourself if people don't like how you respond to certain point. Like, cause you know, cause that's just a reaction. Like, look, you know, I know you have some harsh, you know, you have some things that you don't like and things, whatever like that. I respect your view and stuff, but like, I can't, but you get to a point and it's like, look, I can't morally from, you know, as my aspect of a person, I can't keep supporting you if you look at someone being killed in cold blood in front of their family that way. You know what I mean? Like that. So it's like you bring that upon yourself in that point, right? Now, these people that, you know, actually absolutely exercise their right to say whatever the fuck they want, you know, and like I said, people still don't understand what freedom of speech actually means because they think freedom of speech means that I can say whatever I want, whenever I want, no matter the cost of said speech. Now, that is true to the point of government interaction.
You're right.
That does not include your employment. Like, and people still cannot fucking grasp that concept that your employer does not grant you freedom of speech. The government does. The government grants you freedom of speech from government interdictions such as jailing, imprisoning, and prosecuting you from a government standpoint for that speech. That is what freedom of speech means. Not that, oh, my work fired me because they didn't like what they no, they have the right to fucking do that.
Oh yeah, you're 100% right. You know, private sector, you know, look, I'm going to spin it down a rabbit hole and say, look, if a motherfucker wants you in or out of their business, that's their business. They can do that. No different from a black owned business not wanting white people in their business. Okay, cool. You know, if you want a sign on the door, let them have it. You know, if white guy wants a sign on the door that says, you know, no, you know, Hispanics or no, you know, Indians or Asians or blacks or whatever, they want that on the door, they can have it. Like, I think, you know, really kicking people in the nuts over their beliefs is a bad thing. Like, that is their right to believe that way. Like, whether someone's racist or not, that's their own prerogative. You know, that's their own moral compass, what they feel and what they think. And same thing with, you know, the Democrats. It's
feeling and thinking that way, sure, but I mean, you can't advertise that, obviously, because then that's against the law.
Which I think it's fucked up, because I think that it falls into, why can't you express your beliefs if you feel a certain way? You know what I
Express
mean?
is one thing. What I'm saying, you can't ban somebody from your business and establishment because
Yeah,
that's against
which
the
I
law.
think's fucked up. Which hold on, back that up because I know whenever the GF shit was going on, there
What?
was George Floyd. There was, here in Houston, there were black-owned businesses
No,
that
and you're 100% right, and I get that. Don't get me wrong. They were fucked up. That was against the law. That is still racism, regardless even if it's a minority doing it to anybody. Like the
I don't know, man.
the fact that people say that
It's their
minorities
business.
can't be.
I
Well,
think
no.
that they.
What I'm saying is like, yeah, it's their business, but will we get into a very slippery slope, in my opinion. Right now, I like America gives the right for people to be whatever they want, right?
Yeah.
That means that racists can be racist. People who are not racist can not be racist. Like that
Yeah.
is your right to do whatever you want, believe whatever
Mhm.
you want. Like you have the right to do that. That is, I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
does that mean that we should think that that's right to be racist? No, but that is their right to be racist. I mean, that is just that is just a human aspect of people. We're not perfect,
Yeah.
and people are going to be that way. But when it comes to um, businesses and discriminating against whatever for whatever reason, right? That's where you have. I mean, again, I get what you're saying, and the law saying otherwise, right? Yeah, you have that point of like, look, I believe that they, business owners should be, and that goes into that very. I think you're getting to like a very libertarian mindset, like government should just leave my fucking ass alone.
Yeah. Very
Aspect,
much so.
and I get that to a certain point. Um, I can understand what you mean, but I also get to the point where it's like, look, um, it doesn't make a lot of business sense, obviously, to
You're
exclude
right, and
to
that's why
market.
it should be controlled in their pocketbooks. Where if they have these beliefs and a lot of people are against them, then other people that don't stand for that shit, they say, "Hey, man, that's fucked up." They just don't shop there, and they're gonna hurt them where it hurts, and it's their bank account. Look at a couple years back that baker or whatever what were they?
Yeah,
They were making wedding cakes.
they don't want to make a cake for a lesbian couple for a Christian belief.
Was it a lesbian or gay couple? Something, I don't remember what it
Same
was.
thing.
Is that fucked up that they didn't want to or not?
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Because the it comes like there's always that weird gray area, right? Like
I don't think there's any
just
gray area there.
no.
I think people.
What they're trying to classify in that point versus what you're saying, right? There's that weird gray area when it comes to what that baker did versus what some other people might take to an extreme, right? The baker did it for his religious beliefs, and yet the baker was found, I guess, was it like not liable or not? Because I don't know if there was any criminal charges. Because I think they sued civilly, right? The couple sued civilly, saying, "Oh, they didn't, whatever, something like
Yeah,
that."
I think you're
Because
right.
because there's no criminal charges that got brought up on that, but and the lawsuit was thrown out because it was like no, like it was because that fell onto like freedom of religion, speech, and stuff like that, right? That's his First Amendment right to or whatever. And then I think that also goes to the point of like the business, like we have the right to refuse service to anyone aspect. And you just get into that weird area, right? I don't know, but
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, okay, religion. So I like eating Mediterranean food. Part of that would be Middle Eastern food.
We have really spun into a different area now.
I know, but Middle Eastern food. So because I walk in there white, is it okay for them to tell me they won't serve me? I think it's absolutely okay that they tell me, "Hey, we don't want your people in here."
I mean, if they were saying that to me, I wouldn't. I mean, personally, with me, like, I'd be like, well, that's kind of stupid. I'd be like, but I wouldn't give a shit. Just me. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it.
I would think, hey, like, hey, man, that's that's against the law. You can't do that. You know, it's wrong. It's discrimination, but whatever. Like, I'm not going to be that type of person to start, you know, trying to make it go viral and whatever like that. Cause I just don't care to go that far into it.
Yeah. You're Mexican. Let's say you and I walk into a steakhouse and it's owned by some old redneck KKK fuckhead. And he says, "Oh, no, we can't have them beaners in here," or whatever he fucking wants to say, you know, "Take your spicky ass home or across that fucking river," or something. I don't know. Fucking.
Yeah.
Me and you, I'd look at it as, okay, hey, he don't like your
born
type.
in Houston, fool.
Yeah. I know who George Strait is.
Don't even speak Spanish. But yeah,
I don't know. I just think they've got the right to say and do what they want, and it's fucked up that the left is really, you know, using this, you know, all this manipulation to really ostracize people. And in retrospect, they're saying that fucking the other parties are ostracizing them. Like, I think the gay and trans community have more rights in this, you know, world today than they've ever had before. And like, look, if you like fucking, you know, sucking dick, like, hey, more power to you. I like having my dick sucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you like taking it in the ass, like, I don't like that, but, you know, fuck, more power to you.
Yeah. All right. Going back to what I was originally talking about. So now the streamer Destiny, he's caught in in civil lawsuits, right? Because where the gray area, where the reason why there's no criminal charges brought up on this particularly is the same reason like why it wouldn't be brought up in Texas, is because he's being accused of, nope, let me go back to, he was exchanging sexual messages with a fan with his, like, sexual messages and, like, you know, dick pics and all that other stuff.
Okay, well, fucking he's a guy, he shows dick.
Who was underage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude.
But now here's the unfortunate gray area, because it's the same in Florida as is in Texas. She was underage, but she was 17. Which is the legal age of consent in Texas. Same, and I believe 16 is legal age of consent in Florida. So technically, if not, it's definitely 17, because I know you don't have to be 18 in Florida. I'm not saying that's right.
He's older than you.
Yeah, he was born in 88, so he's like, I think he's 36, but he's like half a year older than me. But this took place in 2022. But here's the thing though, right? So that's why there's no criminal charges brought, because technically not a crime. But where she's bringing a civil lawsuit in that could possibly lead to criminal charges is because, why won't you fucking load? Because there's already a pending lawsuit from a different chick, because apparently this is not the first time. It is falling under the federal revenge porn law, because he was sharing all of the pictures that he got from her with his friends and whatever on his Discord without her permission. Fuck. Which is against the law federally because of the Revenge Porn Act, right?
Well, and if she was under the age, could all of them be prosecuted for it as well for having kid porn on their devices? Well,
if I don't know. The issue is that if it was all pictures taken while she was quote unquote that age of 17, I don't. It's a very gray area. I don't know. I don't think they would be in trouble if he was sending it and like if he was sharing it like secondhand and not informing, you know, like, because it was kind of like an unwilling participant in this area.
Yeah.
But again, no idea. It would, I mean, that would kind of suck if you got roped into it by accident that way, because that would be fucking horrible.
Like what kind of charges go for people who distribute porn? Like
Oh.
what charge is that?
Oh God. I mean that is that is distribution of pornography. That is fucking horrible.
Is that like
I don't know specifically, but I know that is a specific charge, distribution of pornography. But so like I said, he has that pending right there, right? What it is, like I said, it's a civil case. There's a civil case going against that could lead to criminal charges, right? Now, to show you this right here, because there was some court docs that were released literally last week on the 3rd. Check this shit out.
all right, possession and distribution, understanding pornography charges. Possession and distribution of pornography are serious offenses under federal law. Possession involves knowingly possessing any visual depictions of sexual explicit conduct involving a minor, while distribution includes sharing, selling, or transmitting such materials. The penalty on these offenses are severe, with possession carrying a fine of up and up to 10 years in prison, and distribution a prison sentence of 5 to 20 years plus fines. Repeat offenders face even harsher penalties, with mandatory minimum sentences of 15 to 40 years in prison.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so check this out. This is from his court. These are from his court documents on the 3rd, right? Now, what is also saying that he because in here he the evidence confirmed that he was engaged in a sexual relationship with a minor and attempted to transport her across state lines, which makes it federal.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Because there is recent court documents, specifically on page 7, Exhibit B, blah, 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 blah. Certification of Department of Motor Vehicles driving record confirms, quote unquote, Rose, that's her alias she's given in this document to keep her identity hidden. Date of birth as October 30th, 2004, which aligns with the traffic ticket found online. Thus, when he was exchanging the explicit content with her between March of 2022 and October 30th, 2022, before she turned 18, confirmed that she was still a minor under the age of 18.
I think no matter which way you look at it, he's a fucking pedophile, and they should figure out how to prosecute him for it. If anything, are there charges for grooming?
I think that's a good case to be made, because check out this next one, right? Watch this. So this is from private chats, right? Mm-hmm. So look at this right here. Destiny from him. It's funny because they think I'm hiding stuff about Rose since she's underage. The only reason I haven't actually mentioned much about her is because I know it will make those retards dig harder.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So he's completely admitting she's underage, and
he's confirmed. He goes through multiple things. Like, so people could say and look, this was this year. Look, there's a timestamp on this chat, May 28th of this year, right? It says it right. Look, there's right here, May 28th of this year, right? Now, not only this, like there's so much more smoking gun evidence to relate directly to this. And on top of that, there's other videos that just show his pedophilic tendencies.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got to do something about this fucking dickhead. So, are there any
this video right here? This is unrelated, I believe, but this talks about how he finds like some 15 and 16-year-olds sexually attractive.
Yeah, man. Fucking. They've got to do something about that dude. Obviously, he's a repeat offender. He knows what he's doing is wrong. So are there any criminal charges for grooming? Yes, there are criminal charges for grooming. These charges can vary by state. Here are some key points regarding grooming charges. Online solicitation of a minor. This is a third-degree felony in Texas, punishable by 2 to 10 years in prison and fines up to $10,000. If the minor is under 14 years old, the charges increase to a second-degree felony with prison sentences 2 to 20. Criminal solicitation of a minor. The charges based on underlying crime the adult encouraged. If the solicitation or solicited offense is a first-degree felony, such aggravated sexual assault of the charge is a second-degree felony with 2 to 20 years. Then there's indecency, sexual performance by trafficking of a person, which I wonder if that would be considered because they cross state lines.
No, he attempted. It didn't happen. So they can do I think they're gonna do like attempted trafficking or like and conspiracy to traffic or intent to traffic or something like that. But here, check out this video.
But no, you said she sent me pictures that made it so hard. So when you saw a 15-year-old girl, you were sexually attracted to her.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, what do you want me to say? Like, there are 16-year-old chicks that are really fucking hot. I was like 23 or 24 at the time. Like,
so
yeah,
you were an
I'm
adult.
not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you like
you were an adult at the time.
I have never. Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
But no.
While he was 23 and 24, finding 15 and 16-year-olds sexually attractive.
What a disgusting fucking pig. Like, for fuck's sakes, I've got a 15-year-old fucking daughter, and her and all of her friends, you look at them, they look young. Like, they don't look, I don't know, man. Fuck. Like, I had a problem at the bars, like going to the bars where chicks would come up to me and they'd be, 22, 23, 24. Like, I really get hit on by a lot of younger chicks, and I can't do it.
Yeah. So, and then in this video, this is quote. It says it right above it, but then you'll hear him say this word for word, right? It says, just because you molest that doesn't make you a pedophile.
Say that again.
He says this in a video, so I'll read it and then you'll have to listen to him say it because it's a real quick 5-second video. It says, just because you molest that doesn't make you a pedophile.
What, just because you molest a child doesn't make you a pedophile? That's not,
yes, it does. Yes, it.
What the fuck?
So that's why I'm saying that this guy is so fueled by demonic and evil tendencies because he has zero morality as a person, as a spirit, as just a human being. And this guy deserves everything that is coming to him by full weight of the law. Like, obviously, I don't advocate for violence on any political spectrum because of the fact that we don't do that on our side of the aisle here. But it's like, fuck, dude, this dude is
bro needs his ass beat.
Yeah, fucking dude is evil as evil can get. But yeah, that was the first topic I wanted to talk about. So,
motherfucker, why you going with the heavy ass fucking bullshit that early? God damn!
Because this is fucking topic. This is a topic today, man. And this shit went fucking nuts.
Like, it makes me fucking, like, I'm kind of fucking pissed off right now. Like, seeing that, like, I got a fucking 15-year-old fucking daughter. Like,
I'm just saying, like, and then
fucking cunt.
And when I met my wife, Destiny, Maddie was 16, right? And I could not, in my fucking mind, ever figure out, like, how could you be looking at, like, and she's gonna be 19 in February. She's 18 right now. I still can't, like, even begin to think like, why, how could you find someone at that age when you're like old enough to be their dad sexually attractive? Like, it is just mind boggling, unbelievably disgusting to me. Right. Like even if I was single, I could not bring myself to date someone that young because it just doesn't feel right. It still feels disgusting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, like I look at some of the posts on that dad page that you and I are both on, and
Mm-hmm.
when they're talking about some of these younger chicks and all that, like, look, is it legal? Yeah,
Technically,
sometimes,
it's still
but
disgusting.
is it right? Like a
Le-
40-year-old with an 18, 19-year-old, like that's really, they don't have the maturity in a relationship to, you know, that emotional maturity that they really need.
No.
It's like fucking being a dad to your girlfriend, you know what I mean? Like I'm fucking in, you know, my relationship with, you know, my girlfriend, and you know, hell, there's times where I look at shit, I'm like, fuck, I feel like I'm being a dad. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, man, it's that kind of shit's not attractive. I don't know how you feel attracted to someone and you've got to fucking parent them.
Yeah. No, that's why I went older. I got my sugar mama.
Yeah. Fuck.
I always fuck with her because like when she graduated high school, I just got done with 8th grade, you know?
God damn.
Yeah. But you know, it's just, again, it just blows my mind. Like, and like, I still look at Maddie as like a kid. Like, you know, she is still a kid in my mind. She's young, but it's like, I still look at her as like, if any guy is looking at her, I'm like, what the fuck you think you're doing? Like, you know, she's just a kid, you know, cause like, fuck off. Like,
no, man, I feel you. Like, yeah, damn, man, that dude's fucked up, man. There is something fucking way fucked up with that dude. Like, they've got to do something. Like, if he doesn't get criminally charged and prosecuted,
no,
back
I'm
to
really
fucking,
hoping that if for whatever reason, like they can't land anything in the underage thing just because of the technicality of the legal age of consent in the Florida region, I'm hoping they land something in the revenge porn act because of him sharing and distributing her private explicit content without her permission or knowledge, you know, like that, because that is against the law now. You can't do
yeah. Well, does it have to be considered as nefarious for it to be revenge porn? Like,
no.
so he doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be under intent, because whenever you look at things like revenge, like, to me,
it's like a nickname, right? The revenge porn act covered. Let me bring it up from the last time I looked at it, whenever it was passed. Like I said, it's like one of those, you remember like that bullshit thing in Florida, don't say gay bill, whatever, like that, but it had nothing to do with it, right? That was a nickname that was given, right? This is like the nickname that is given to it, you know, the revenge porn act, just because, you know, it was inspired by acts of revenge porn. But from my knowledge, it covers any distribution of
unauthorized
someone's
distribution.
private explicit photos without their permission or knowledge, right? It doesn't have to be in a revengeful revengeful manner. So
okay,
let me see.
I got you. Because to me, like, if the legislation is
so here
read
it is.
like that, then, you know, as
Criminalization.
revenge porn, it looks like there could be a good legal defense against it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So here it is.
Because of intent.
Criminalization. It prohibits the intentional sharing or publication of non-consensual, intimate visual depictions, including nudity or sexually explicit content, real or digitally forged. So it covers AI versions that identifies the victim through their face, likeness, or other distinguishing features, So just because you don't show their face, if they have a very distinguishing like tattoo or something like that, and you could say, hey, that's them, that still counts. The intent must be to cause harm, such as psychological, financial, or reputational damage. So that
See,
doesn't.
that's what I'm saying with
but
intent.
But the thing is, though, it doesn't mean that the intent, like, it's like, hey, I'm showing you, like, look at this fucking chick or stuff like that. Like, you're even with that whole bragging part of it, right? Choose show the penalties and scope. Applies nationwide, filling gaps. Dude, California is such a fucking bitch. Distribution with intent to distress. That's what they call it. And you can only get up to 6 months in jail and $1,000 fine. It's not even a felony. This is what I asked. If you simply share naked photos with others and the party finds out, does that count? No, quote unquote, intent to harm, but it does cause psychological damage. Now, obviously, this is a gray area of law that you get into, but it should hopefully.
Yeah. See, I think that because he wasn't doing it with nefarious
Okay.
intent.
No. Yes, under the federal. Oh. So there's two of them. Wait a minute. Hang on. So the quote unquote revenge porn out is called the Federal Take It Down Act. That's what it's actually called, right? All right, so here it is. Yes, under the Federal Take It Down Act, simply sharing non-consensual into it with others can still violate the law, even if there is no explicit quote unquote intent to harm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But would it be like a situation of trespassing where you get a warning first, you have to act and you have to remove the content, or before you can get charged?
So if it's on a website, like, because there used to be like some revenge porn websites, because it does show, report to platforms immediately. They must act within 48 hours under the new law, right? So if they don't remove whatever under that in under 48 hours under that law, then they get held liable, right? Because like how you can, like, say, like Pornhub, right? You upload videos wherever like that, but then maybe the person who's in that video doesn't know that they have an uploaded video, and then you report it, then they have 48 hours to take it down, or else the law will, you can sue them because they didn't take it down, right?
So would be the site be liable, or is the individual that posted it liable?
Well, the site would be held liable if they don't remove it in 48 hours. Then I don't know what happens on the back end with that site holding the person who uploaded it accountable. You know what I mean? Like going from that end. Yeah. But if the site does not take it down under this law within 48 hours, once it's been reported, they can be held liable.
To me, that sounds like it's a situation. So that legislation sounds a little bit fucked up, because look, that's a situation where, let's say hypothetically, you and your wife posted a shitload of stuff to Pornhub, and then all of a sudden, and y'all had a scheme, and y'all were like, hey, we're going to post this, and then we're going to, put it out there. Then we're going to, send them a cease and desist on it. And they've got 48 hours. If we get enough content on there and only they're liable for it, then we're going to sue them. We're going to make a shitload of money. Like, that's why I would
assume they have some kind of way to mitigate that, but who the fuck knows? Because in my just thinking it through, if you report one video, that person's account who's uploaded any of those videos is entirely suspended, and everything that they've uploaded is taken down. That would be my assumption of the matter. You know what I mean? You can't just kind of have the whole, oh, they're only going to do that one video. Well, no, you still have all the other videos. I mean, well, they don't know that because you only reported one video. I would assume that, well, if this one person has uploaded a revenge porn of one video, then we're going to remove all the videos they've uploaded because we don't know if they have permission of anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
be me
no, I
logical.
got you.
That would be logical thinking it through.
Yeah, but that's you and I using logic and common sense, and this world obviously doesn't have a whole lot of logic or common sense.
Mhm. But
Okay,
who knows?
well, we know he's a piece of shit, so fuck that dude.
Yeah, but that answers the whole, can it be still be used because there was no quote unquote intent to harm? Yes, it can.
Okay.
All right. So my understanding is that you had something interesting come up last night that you wanted to talk about.
No, that was. Are you talking about the whenever we went fishing? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking trying to figure out if I'm an asshole or not. Like, I know I'm an asshole, but hold on.
But are you the asshole in this specific instance?
Yeah, hold on. Let me open my phone because instead of paraphrasing, I'll just fucking. So I'll give a background. So obviously, I co-parent and all that good shit. I got the kids sometime, and they're at their mom's most of the time. My kids, they really like to go fish. They like to get out and do things. Cecilia, she loves crabs. She loves crabbing, all that shit. So, I coached Saturday morning. We did a show after I got done coaching, and then the kids, I went and talked to the kids. I said, "Hey, we're not going to be able to go to that Comic-Con shit. What do y'all want to do?" And one of them made a
Comic-Con is
remark.
so much fun.
Oh yeah, they fucking love it. We try to go to as many as we can. Like I don't look like the kind of guy that goes to, and I don't watch the anime except for DJ always gets me to watch that One Piece.
I took the kids to a Comic-Con, and it's the only one that I've been to as well. So we all experienced for the first time together, but I always want to go. One of the weekends I went down there, there just happened to be a Comic-Con going on, and so I took them, and they had the time of their fucking lives.
It's fucking fun.
So much fun.
It is fucking fun. Like it is like a big fucking melting pot of a lot of people, and that all look at things differently and all.
Yeah,
like going to the panels.
And I told, well, we didn't attend any panels because we just didn't get there in the right time frames. But but I told them next time we go to one, like if they want, we can like dress them up, as like any of the characters, or whatever like that, and if they really wanted to. And they were so excited, but I was just like, yeah, no, like, but we spent the whole day there. It was just so much fun. But go ahead, keep going.
I don't think I've ever walked out of one without spending like $5,000 on bullshit.
It gets expensive quick.
Oh yeah, with all the figures and fucking like specially made thing. Like Cecilia loves Totoro or some shit, the Studio Ghibli shit. Yeah, and I bought her this badass lamp for her room, and it's like a big Totoro, and they cut out the belly and made a whole fucking scene inside of it with all the little figures. Oh man, it's cool as fuck.
So I got, I like how they'll have like realistic looking from either like from the games or the shows, like weapons, right? So do you know the game Kingdom Hearts? Like it's like,
no, I have no idea.
So it's a video game, and it's a Disney video game, but it's made to look like almost like Final Fantasy. Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
So I want to compare it to that just because like it's like a thriller type game, but it has Disney characters in it, right? And you're playing the main character while you have other Disney characters like Goofy, Minnie, or whatever like that, like helping you through this thing. But the main character his sword is a key. It's a giant key. That's why it's called Kingdom Hearts, right? You have the key in the kingdom, right? But there's another character that has a different type of key as a sword. And when we were going through all these realistic looking swords, but they're made out of like really hard, durable styrofoam, right? And Elijah found the key one, and he was like, Dad. And I was like, what? And he was like, he's holding it up. I was like, all right, buddy. Because I looked at it, I was like, that's actually really fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, so I got it for him, and he was just so happy that he had this thing. He was just like carrying it around all over the place on his shoulder, like he was so fucking cool. Like,
oh yeah, like we bought a fuckload of those weapons and like cool fucking Legos and shit.
I was this fucking close to getting like a good lightsaber, like a lightsaber that I could go to battle with. Like, one of those ones is you know, because I held it up and everything, and I was right there. I was like, I could swing this. I could fucking swing this right now, but I was just like, no, and I put it back down. I hate myself. I didn't get it.
Well, I like getting them fucking weapons at the Renaissance Festival every year. We got a couple of them.
We're going to the Ren Fair this year. You should come.
When y'all going?
Well, whenever we come down for Thanksgiving, because it's going to be October.
Bro, that's the fucking worst weekend to go.
That's the only time we're going to fucking come. We're dressing up.
Come a different fucking weekend. Like, come the 17th. The 17th is a fairy day.
Wait, of October?
Yeah. Wait.
So.
Yeah.
Not this weekend, but next weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
This weekend I'm going to San Antonio, so next weekend. I don't know.
I don't have the kids.
No. And that's what I'm telling you, because when we come down there, we're gonna have the kids. I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna have the kids for more time instead of just a week, because I've already pre-negotiated. I'm gonna get them a little bit more. So
we'll try to do it Thanksgiving weekend too, the weekend before Thanksgiving or something, or that week.
Yeah, but I've already talked, because they've never been, and and I've taken Elijah, not Grace. I took Elijah when he was really, really, really young. They never been, and I asked Essie, I was like, hey, will you dress up with me? I've never dressed up, but I'm not trying to go crazy. Like, I want us to be like Vikings. You know what I mean? I was just like, will you dress up with me? And she's just like, if you want me to, because she's not really into that stuff. I was like, look, like, Ren Fair is so much more than just like being nerds, orcs, and elves and stuff. Like, it is so much fucking fun. Like, there's so much to do out there. You know what I mean? Like, but they've never been and they don't understand it. I'm just like, you guys just have to go. Like, it's the whole day. Like, you're out there.
It would be fun to go without the kids. Us all go without the kids one weekend.
Yeah, I mean, that would be too. But I kept telling her, I was just like, look, it is, you guys, like, the only way to understand it is to go out and experience it, because it's just so much fucking fun out there. Like, some of the best memories as like, no, none of them, neither one of them, like her and Maddie, none of them ever been, because they've never they've heard about it, but they've never been or lived in an area where they had like a Ren Fair grounds, right? Because while they've lived in San Antonio, you know, Ren Fair is closer to Houston. So yeah. Either way, what happened on going fishing?
Well, hold on, back to that real quick. King George, you know, he killed himself, huh? After that lawsuit.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whenever he was trying to sell that motherfucker, then he tried to back out of the sell. He ended up losing in the Supreme Court or some shit, one of the circuit courts, and he ended up having to sell it for whatever it was, 30 something million or some shit like that. I don't remember what it was. And then he had to pay some sort of restitution and legal fees and all that shit. And then he ended up going home to his house there in, I think, Tomball, and
goddamn, dude.
Yeah, like he's like fucking 80 something years old, and he murked himself. But anyways, okay, so yeah, like I coached, and then we did the show on Saturday, whatever, and the kids wanted to do something, so I talked to Tink, and I'm like, hey, what do you want to do? And she mentioned wanting to crab or whatever. So I'm like, I'll go in there to Elaine and all that, or first I talked to D. I was like, hey, bro, you want to go to the Gulf and do some fishing and bullshit? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. He's like, let's go have some fun. And we were talking about doing some evening fishing and night fishing and shit. Well, I go in there and I talk to Elaine, and I'm like, hey, you know, this is what the kids want to do. Like, you know, why don't y'all get ready and let's, you know, head on down. Well, she's like, Cyrus had her kid, you know, she's like, he's got a birthday party to go to tomorrow, and he's going to be tired and he'll be pissy and all that stuff. So we're not going to go. Y'all just go. Okay, cool. Whatever. You know, I'm going to do something with my kids. I don't get them, you know, every weekend. So I'm going to go do something. So then we get fucking, you know, 10 minutes down the goddamn road, and I get a text. It says, my feelings are hurt. You didn't want to hang out and do something as a family. Y'all have fun, catch 12 big fish. So I text, and she put a little fucking, that little sad emoji fucking thing in there. And I just text her back, what the fuck? WTF. And she says, what WTF, my feelings? ? I said, nothing. And she said, all right then. And then she sends me the little crying fucking sad face or whatever. I said, so now you try to make me feel bad for doing something with my crotch goblins. I've referred to them as crotch goblins. Yeah. So now you're trying to make me feel bad about doing something with my crotch goblins, and I did that. I don't get to see every day. Just what the fuck? She says, no, I didn't say that. Not even close. So there's no reason to take it that way and read it that way. I said, K. And then she says, I wasn't trying to make you feel bad. I was just saying my feelings. I'll just shut up. And then she put like the gritting teeth emoji. Like, how would you take that? What's your opinion?
Well, I mean, I get where you're coming from with, not being with your kids, obviously, because we're in the same boat. I only see my kids every other weekend, but unfortunately, I have to drive 4 hours one way to see my kids. But
like, and am I an asshole because I didn't feel bad that she was fucking upset about it? Like, I'm like, fuck no, these are my kids. I'm going to give them a good time. I'm going to, I want them to be happy. And, I offered for them to come, and her and
I don't think you not feeling bad is an issue. I mean, I'm not saying there is an issue. I'm saying you not feeling bad is not an issue. I think the overall issue is just passive aggressive communication. Because obviously, when you brought up like, hey, we want to do this, and you buy it, it's not like you say, hey, y'all go do this, we're going to do this to exclude or anything. You obviously offered something to do as a family. And I think the reason why I have, an easier time talking to my wife is because she's a mental health professional. So she just talks things out. But I think, that's just dealing with that typical, type of, women, not saying exactly what they feel and just you expecting to know what they're feeling. Right.
Yeah.
And so, and of course, no matter how long you've been with a specific person, or no matter how much time you spent dealing with women as a whole, us guys aren't going to give a shit to care to get to that point.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm like, I was trying to figure out, like, am I a fucking asshole for still going? Like, and then I'm like,
well, you were
am I an asshole?
already gone. So it's kind of, it's like, the thing is though, it's like, had this been communicated and talked to before you left, and you kind of gave that whole, you had like a conversation and it kind of got a little heated and then you left, I would say, okay, and feeling, the conversation was had, she expressed and truly communicated what was bothering her to you, and you just were like, essentially, and not so many words, not saying you would do this, but like essentially not so many words, like, I don't care, fuck off, we're leaving. Then I'd be like, okay, yeah, you're kind of an asshole. But if everything was that happened beforehand, and you're like, okay, cool, and then you leave, and then that stuff comes after with kind of, in those passive aggressive manners, it's kind of like, I mean, you're already gone. I wouldn't turn around.
I was literally 5 minutes down the road.
But you already have the kids in that mindset of like, oh yes, we're going fishing. And you want to tell them, oh, sorry, we're not going anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not doing that to my kids. I'm already gone.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a situation where I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, and if I were to spin shit around, I'd be like, no, go ahead, do what you got to do. And, we can't do it for this reason, but, y'all have fun. You know what I mean? Like, that's what the kids like to do. And that's what they wanted to do. And granted, the fishing was fucking horrible that night, but hell, we still had fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were still out there, and the waves got really bad. They got real windy. A storm blew in on us, but
you spent time.
Kids were
and
excited
that's
to
what
go.
spent
Yeah.
time and that with the kids, and that's what matters. Because like
Mhm.
I'll tell you what, of all the times that I go down to San Antonio to, and anyone who's listening or watching, like I live in Fort Worth and my kids live in San Antonio. I only live up here for two reasons. One, this is where my job is. Two, this is where I met my wife when she was working up here. So I live up here, of course. But um, I drive down there every other weekend. Because that's what I have to do to be with my kids. Period. It's exhausting, yes, but I don't complain, bitch, moan, wherever. Like that is what I have to do to be with my children. And of all the times I go down there, of course, I'm only spending that minute amount of time. So of course, I'm taking them to go do stuff. Like obviously, first thing out of Grace's mouth, like, I wonder what our surprise is going to be, because she's spoiled into thinking that I'm going to take them to do something. Rightfully so, because I always take them to go do stuff because that's the only time I'm with them, right? I can't go there and be like, we're doing nothing but sitting in the fucking hotel all weekend long. I can't do that.
And that's why I hate whenever dads are called Disneyland dads. Like we only have them for select, periods of time, that we try to capitalize on the amount of events and things that we do. It's like we pay, thousands in child support every month, plus, thousands in health insurance and all that. And we still have our own bills and still find time to add other financial means in there to do these fun things with the kids. It's nothing for me to be on a weekend and take the kids to a Comic-Con or take them to a football game or whatever and drop $3,000 to $5,000 in a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's nothing, but it's building these experiences and these memories with the kids. Like one thing, and I know I'm not her kid's father and we're just dating, but it's a situation of there are times that I do want to be out there and just spend one-on-one time with my kids, only my kids, have my kids right there with me. And sometimes I feel like an asshole for that. And I don't mean to exclude them, but there's sometimes that I need that connection time. No different than I may throw one kid in the truck one day just to go to Target. You know what I mean? And we may go down to Target and walk around and, to essentially get some shit that we need, but let them look for a fucking hour or whatever and really hang out and all that.
No, we do the same thing. Like when I can, obviously when it's just me down there with the kids, I can't like leave Grace or Elijah alone at the hotel, right? Like, but like whenever, if Destiny is able to come with me, or if they're up here, like there'll be plenty of times where it'd be just me and Elijah go do something real quick. Like I go take him to get a haircut and it's just me and him like hanging out for a bit, or go do something with Grace. But of all the times that, I've gone down there to do stuff with them, right, or spend time with them, I would say that the most, like the best time that I felt of like bonding and being with like the kids, especially Elijah, was something that was so simple, not like, extravagant, taking them to fucking SeaWorld or Comic-Con or anything like that. And it was just recent, by the way. Like it was just literally 2 months ago. It was when I went down there and I took him to the batting cages and we were just working on his baseball.
Yeah.
That was it. But I was also helping Grace too, because she's in softball. But like, that was honestly probably one of the better times of us just spending time together, working together on his baseball. Just me and him and her and me and her just working together. And I'm sitting there, I'm filming him, I'm tweaking him. I'm like, all right, cool. You need to get a little bit lower. Keep your elbow up. Hey, you're just like center up. Like, and we're just spending that time as I'm like feeling like a dad to a son, helping him with his technique, and like, and it was infinitely more meaningful than anything I've ever done with him. Like, of all the fucking tens of thousands of dollars I probably spent, I wish I just only spent $20 to go to the batching cages.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I fucking feel you. Like it is crazy how a lot of the simplest things can mean so much. And it goes in that fucking memory bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why, whenever I can do the Texans shit for them and sit real close and it's cool for them. I took them to their first NFL game. I took them to their first, did I take them to MLB game? I can't remember if I took them there or not. Cause we always get, front row at the MLB games and shit like that and all that. But yeah, man, it's, even if it's cheap, it means so fucking much, but it's a lot of that one-on-one time. And
Yeah.
I know DJ struggles with the divorce. You know what I mean? Cecilia did, but I don't think she does as much.
Grace really, really did. And somewhat to this day still kind of does, but like she really did.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I said, like, Ashley essentially did me a solid. Like, they didn't care how long, mine didn't care how long I was with Elaine, whether it was a fucking day or fucking 20 years. Like, they still had this feeling in the back of their heart that me and their mom was getting back together. Like,
Yeah.
And when Ashley was with, that dude for, 5 months or whatever, and then they got married, like, it was like the kids saw, like, okay, well, mom and dad aren't getting back together. So, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't the fact that, me and Elaine had been seeing each other for, a year or whatever. It was the fact that the mom was married to a different dude now.
Yeah.
So,
it's
which
different
that's a
when
struggle.
it's different when it's marriage versus just dating,
Yeah. And because they ask me all the time, like, well, they've asked me a handful of times of, you think you're going to get married again or whatever? Like, when are y'all getting? I'm like, I'm not a great husband. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but what's your next shit?
Shit, you want to go into it? I mean, we've been going on about an hour and a half already. We could probably wait till the next episode to get into it.
Hell, it's up to you. Up to you.
Nah, we can, because it's a lot. We can wait till we can cover that a little bit because we got some other good shit on this episode. We can wait till next.
Okay.
But
here, so I don't feel like a complete asshole. I'll talk about fucking just to make a quick one about the Aaron Lewis shit.
Yeah, go for it. Let's go.
Okay, so fucking Thursday night, Friday night, I don't remember what it was. We end up going and see Aaron Lewis. Motherfucker. So this show starts out with the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. He had a recording of Trump doing the Pledge of Allegiance, all that good shit. We were on the stage and all that shit for it. And talk about, walking through the crowd, being on stage, everything, the amount of commonality between everyone there was no bickering, no fighting. It was like everyone was like all meshed as one, like one interest, one mindset, whether you were Aaron Lewis fan at Stained or Aaron Lewis whenever he became his solo artist, like it didn't matter. He was like out there just not giving a fuck. And like, I am not a crier. I am not a crier at all. Like, me, I'm not emotional. I've never been an emotional guy. And when he played Am I the Only One, I cried like a fucking baby.
I remember when that song came out.
I've got fucking Elaine took some videos of me because I'm sitting there singing and I'm fucking crying like a goddamn child. And
that came out during Trump's first, I believe, right? First administration, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. God, I remember that. It was such a good song.
But the amount of emotion in it, like the energy in the entire venue was just fucking through the roof. And then, whenever he was performing it, it was just like, it was so that portion here. So, I don't know. But man, so he starts it out with talking about Charlie Kirk, and he's like, I'm gonna dedicate this, I didn't know what to sing for Charlie Kirk, but this one just seems so fitting. And then he sings that one for it, and just the amount of emotion, and everyone out there singing it, and it's just, you can feel the energy, and like I've got tears coming down my face, and she's like, oh my god damn. And I didn't even know she was recording me. And then there was that, and then but the amount that he was like just not give a fuck, and like fuck the political correctness bullshit. It's like, holy fuck. Like, one of the things he was talking about, he's like, yeah, I say what I want, and if you don't like it, go fuck yourself, get the fuck out. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I can sit here and tell you that Michelle Obama's got a giant dick, and he's and fucking, I was like, oh hell yeah, bitch, like, come on.
Big Mike.
But listening to his music, it really, he is such an inspiration to me, where it makes me rethink how I do my songwriting. And I've got a couple of songs that I have a lot of emotion in, and I've wrote them, and some of the ones that are hard to sing, you know what I mean? Really hard to sing. And, he really puts me out there where I'm like, all these other bullshit songs that I've written, like, they don't fucking matter. Like, they don't matter at all. It's those ones that have this emotion and some sort of connection to it. And it's all inspiring, and it makes you want to completely rethink of how you do your songwriting and your music and all that. So I'm like, fuck. But no, man, I will say, like, I've been on stage, behind the stage, involved in and all that, and just watch so many shows, and I'm putting it as the top tier, the best show I've ever seen. 100%. If anyone has the opportunity to go see Aaron Lewis in concert, do it. Do it. Whether you're left, right, indifferent, it is the best show you will ever see. Whenever you want to see raw emotion, someone speaking their mind, being out there and just being fucking real and raw, that motherfucker did his shit. So I wanted to say that, like, Aaron Lewis, fucking king of rock and roll, you know what I mean, for our era. A lot of people say it's either Corey Taylor or Aaron Lewis, and whenever I look at shit, it's fucking Aaron Lewis all day for me.
Dude.
Whether it's the range, the vocals, the emotion, the songwriting, like, it's just fuck.
I remember like when like Stained first came on the scene, like Family Values, and Fred Durst brought him out. You remember that?
Yeah.
And he's singing Outside.
Yeah, he wrote it on
Fred
stage.
Durst, yeah. Oh, right. Cause and I ran this little experiment with Destiny, right? And it kind of gives you a new perspective. Because sometimes, like, when people figure out what the songs are about, it makes them feel weird about it, because each song relates and connects with a person differently, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
So when you hear the song Outside, such a great song, grips your emotions, even like when it's just the acoustics, and him just playing it, and just the emotion you hear Aaron singing when he's singing Outside, right? So based off of just you hearing it, and nothing about Stain, nothing about Aaron Lewis, nothing at all, you're just hearing the song, what would you think that song is talking about based off of just the lyrics?
Just going off the lyrics, I would say it'd probably be in a Sancho.
Give it a little bit more.
Being the side dude.
Yeah.
That if you listen to the lyrics, you could see it either being a breakup or a side dude, something like that. You know what I mean? And maybe it's just personal, because I've been Sancho many times, and I've never had a problem with it. So, but I can see where people try to get too attached in a relationship, and they just can't maintain being the side dude. So,
yeah,
it's a Sancho song.
Before I used to think like when I hear that song and I'd sing it and it is connected with me, be like, kind of thinking about how your either one, your battle with like maybe your PTSD or like severe depression, like they can make you feel like you're on the outside, right? Because you can't fit in with society, you can't whatever like that, like you're on the outside looking in, right?
Yeah.
Well, apparently he wrote that song because he has ADHD.
Holy fuck, I can see that, especially because God damn it.
And it ruins it for you.
So, and my fucking struggle right now, fucking I haven't been able to have fucking my Adderall in fucking a couple weeks because it's sold out everywhere. So now I'm fucking feeling even more. When we get off this, I'm gonna fucking jam the fuck out of it as loud as I can in here. I'm gonna fucking turn that shit up and fucking, but oh God. Well, and it was cool because during the show, he'd be singing a song that would be very melodic that on the album, he sings it and it's normal. But in the show, I guess he just wanted to show he still got his growls and his rage and he'd be singing it, he'd be getting it and all of a sudden he'd be like, people
fucking forget that,
fucking mud shovel era.
Yes, dude. Oh my God, dude. But people forget, like, after you hear his more gentle songs like Outside, right? But then you hear Mud Shovel and it fucking hits you hard and you can headbang to that shit, man. It's such a good song, dude. I'm gonna just Stained top songs. I just want to just kind of go through like where his range just throws you off, you know what I mean? Like, cause then you get like songs that make you want to cry, right? Like, it's been a while, right? It's just very, very melody, has a little bit of good. He gets a little hard in the chorus, but he's flows through it, right? And Outside, right?
Or those dysfunctional family ones, to my mother,
exactly,
to
right?
my father,
but then that gets hard too. That's like it's really good, right? But in the Outside, like very gentle throughout the whole thing, right? And then So Far Away, right?
Yeah.
And then here we go, Mud Shovel, hard, right? And then For You, completely different again, like, and then Right Here. So like and then Fade, really good.
Yeah.
But Epiphany, oh my God, that made you go, so that made you hit a whole different range of emotions.
Yeah.
Like, oh, such a good, and then Something to Remind You. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
And but then I have, but real quick, one of my favorite songs is one of the songs that not a lot of people even know about because it's not the songs that are played on the radio. Everything Changes. I love that song. Such a good song, but not a lot of people know that song because it wasn't like a radio song. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, on his new shit, like on his country shit, like obviously I love Country Boy. Country Boy resonates so well, and just how I am, and then you've got fucking Am I the Only One? Like whenever he's singing about his kids and shit, like man, it makes you want to fucking cry every time you hear it. But man, so he's got a song on that album called Forever. It's a newer song. Probably one of his best fucking songs. And then Vicious Circle. Vicious Circle and Forever are two of the fucking best fucking songs he's fucking ever done. Yeah. And fucking Over the Hill though. Fuck, man, I can listen to Over the Hill over and over again too. These politically charged ones, and for guys like us that see things like we do, that he throws that life in it and then that political spin at the same time is like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck. I'm going to be jamming it out fucking all night tonight. I'm going to fucking bust out one of these. I'll bust out the fucking guitar whiskey fucking when we get off this bitch and fucking see how much I can kill of that one.
All right. Well, we're going to end it on a light note, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you came back and
one more.
What is it? What
Would
is it?
you
What is it?
rather?
Uh-huh.
Look at my face.
Okay, what is it?
Would you rather? I know you don't want this one.
Don't. I'm not doing it. Don't do it.
Pegged by your ex,
Don't
or
say
watch
it. I'm
your
not doing it.
mother
Dude,
smash.
I'm not answering this.
Pegged by the ex, or watch your mom smash.
I told you I'm not answering this. I'm not giving this
You
answer.
have to.
No, I'm
you
not.
have to.
I'm not
It's
doing
for
it.
all them. It's for
I'm
all
not
them.
saying anything about my
not for me.
mother. No.
Then you're getting pegged.
Fine, but I'm not going to answer anything regarding my mom. No.
Fine. Fine.
I told you I'm not doing that.
Fine, since you don't want to answer that. Would you rather come fireworks or fart confetti every time you have sex?
I mean, fart confetti just sounds less painful. It sounds like, to me, that just sounds fun.
Fucking be like the fucking unicorn down my fucking thigh.
I mean, think about it, right? Because if you could time that right, be like Yahtzee, you know, like you come and you fucking celebrate at the same time, right? Can you imagine how amazing? Like that, I am proud that you thought of that, because that is making me think of some fun outcomes on that one right now. Seriously.
Fuck.
Like seriously, like, oh man, dude, I can think of
Why
so
does
many
my
times.
brain the
I
way
can
it
think of
brains?
so many things of how that could be useful. Like, imagine if you're on a mechanical bull naked and then you just fucking throw confetti out there as you're going at it, right? Because you just can't.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I mean, just come on, dude. There's so many uses that could come into. Man, bravo.
Oh, by the way, there was a UAP seen over Conroe today.
Unidentified
FYI.
pussy.
Oh, you motherfucker. God damn it. Now I'm only going to think that. Fuck. All right. Hey, we love y'all. Like it, share it. Look us up on TikTok, fucking Facebook, Insta. What else are we on?
I don't know.
Spotify, Apple Music, fucking Amazon Music, all that bullshit. Come on. We need those likes. We need those shares. We need to get out there.
Subscribe.
Let everyone hear this bullshit. What's that?
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Fuck, man. None of y'all motherfuckers are subscribing. Y'all need to start subscribing. We need to start fucking paying the bills over here. Come on.
Yeah, it won't be too long before we're fired from our real jobs.
I know. Fucking, I say too much fucked up shit. Fuck. But hey, we love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. If y'all made it through the end, I know this is a long one. Hell, let us know if you like the longer ones. If y'all like the longer ones, we'll keep doing the longer ones. If you want them shorter, we'll do some shorter ones. Come on.
If you like the longer, more, filled, girthy ones, let us know. If you like the shorter, more averaged, more commonly sized ones, let us know.
So
we're
in
here.
other words, if you like the shorter average ones like Rusty, cool. That's cool. If if you like the longer, girthier ones like Dusty, come on, we love it. But merch will be out soon. We do have a website. It is the dpshow.media. Y'all go check it out. And then like, subscribe, share it. Come on. We love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right, guys. Texas forever, baby.